My name is Linda, as you know, and welcome to the return. So I've been your host, but today I'm super excited to introduce you all to Aran Hurd, who will be taking over Learning in the Making Live.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aran. My pronouns are she and her. I'm a teacher, I'm an artist, and I'm so excited and so grateful to be joining you all and to be taking over as the new host of Learning in the Making Live.
I'm so excited for what you will bring to Learning in the Making Live, and I know you're really into mindfulness, so would you like to lead us through some?
Yeah, I love mindfulness, and I would love to lead us through some. Actually, a lot of people might think that mindfulness is just for like relaxing or chilling out, but mindfulness can also be used to bring us energy and to get us and our brains ready for learning. So yeah, I invite you to get yourself in a comfortable position for your body. So that can be sitting, that can be laying down, that can be standing up. And I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. If that doesn't feel so comfortable, you can just look down at the floor and keep your eyes open. And I am inviting you to just notice your breath. Just notice that right now, in this moment, you are breathing. You don't need to do anything to your breath. You don't need to make it happen. You don't need to change it or fix it. Just notice. Just feel your breath in your body. Feel it as it comes in through your nose. Feel it as you exhale. And then maybe you can notice the qualities of your breath. For example, are you breathing fast or are you breathing slow? Or is the air around you cool or cold or hot? These are things that you can notice as you're breathing. And then as you're breathing in that oxygen, just notice that right now it's nourishing your body. As you're breathing in that oxygen, notice that it is bringing oxygen to your brain and getting ready to stimulate that creativity. And now, if you take one intentional deep breath in and release it, and then you can open your eyes if they're closed and rejoin the group.
Wow, thank you for leading us through that mindfulness. It's really put me in a mindset that is prepared to do this video. It's been a long time and it's your first time. So I'm jazzed. I'm ready. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, grateful, excited, a little bit nervous, but I'm super excited to be, doing our first Learning in the Making live project together. Linda, what are you eating?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
These are moon cakes. So in Vietnamese, it's called bánh trung thu. And it's a dessert that Vietnamese people eat to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival. It's also known as Tết Trung Thu in Vietnamese. I know Chinese, Japanese, and a few other countries also celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is a celebration of the moon and the harvest. And this year is actually next week. It's celebrated October 1st this year, but it changes because it depends on the lunar calendar. But like many cultural celebrations, it involves a lot of food, a lot of singing, dancing, but especially for the Mid-Autumn Festival, we have a lot of lanterns. So lanterns come in all sizes and shapes, and they're carried and displayed to light our way to prosperity and good luck. And I think we could use a lot of that these days. So today we're going to be making our own lanterns. And it's going to be made with just materials that you can find in your house. And so some things that I've found are some straws for the structure, some straws and some bamboo skewers as my structure of my lantern. I need some type of connection material. So today I'm going to be using tape. You can use glue, paper clips or even putty if you have it. You need something to plan and design your lantern. And then you need something to cover your lantern. That's some kind of translucent or see-through material. So I have tissue paper, but you can use fabric, wax paper, translucent film. And usually lanterns have a light source. So something that creates light. I'm going to be using some LED lights and some cell batteries. But whatever light source you have at home, Aron, what are some of the materials you're going to be using?
So for my lantern, I have some jumbo straws. I have some wooden sticks, skewers here. For connection material, I have tape, I have glue, I also have paper clips. Let's see, for my transparent or translucent paper, I have this art tracing paper here, so you can kind of see through it. And I've been really into the color purple lately. So I have some paper here that's purple. And then for my light source, I have a flashlight, a headlamp.
Oh, I love that.
And also some very fun pom-poms for decoration.
Ooh, I like made some tassels with some paper.
Oh, cool.
Now that we have our materials, we're ready to get started.
Wow. You know, Linda, as a kid, I kind of had a lantern when I think about Halloween, and I would like put candy into those plastic buckets. That's kind of like a lantern, but I've never made one before. So how do we go about doing that?
Great question. So there are lanterns that exist through so many different cultural traditions. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm not the most experienced in making lanterns myself. I made a lot of like cut paper lanterns, but the person who is the most experienced is my mom. She used to make lanterns for us when we were a kid with metal hangers, and she'd cover them so that she didn't have to buy fancy lanterns from the store. But I've watched her do it many, many times, and I've learned a thing or two from her. So if you're interested, I can lead us through some steps that I saw her doing.
Yes, absolutely.
So first, we are going to think of some geometric shapes that we've noticed that are used for structures. So we're going to figure out what kind of shape we want. What are some shapes that you've noticed being used for structures?
Yeah, so some geometric shapes that I've noticed, just some I have around me. There is this one that's like, what is this? Like a paper roll, and it's circular. And I believe it's called a cylinder. So this is one geometric shape I have around me. I also have this cup holder that is rectangular. So this is also a really cool shape for structure. And also, I don't see any around me, but I'm also thinking about pyramids, and pyramids being a triangular geometric shape.
Yeah, so those are definitely some cool shapes that we can be thinking about when we're creating our structure. So typically lanterns for Mid-Autumn Festival are really fancy and come in all different shapes and sizes. I'm going to show you some examples so they can come in shapes like animals or even fictional, mythical animals like dragons. They can have like oblong shapes with different colors and drawings or paintings on them, right? They can be multicolored. And here are some more of some animals like fish, rooster. I think this year there are probably going to be a lot of rabbits because it's the year of the rabbit. But because my skills are not on par to my mom's, I am going to pick something that is probably more regular or traditional. I'm thinking of using a prism. And a prism is a geometric shape that's three-dimensional, and it usually has the shape that's on the bottom is going to be the same shape that's on the top. So they have two identical faces. And then the sides are connected to create what we call faces. Okay, so I'm probably going to use some kind of prism. I think I'm going to use a triangular prism because triangles, I've heard, are really strong shapes. So I want my lantern to last. I'm going to use a triangular prism. Well, what do you think you're going to be using?
I think I want to make mine in a cylinder shape. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do.
I like that. I think it's going to be really challenging. And I love a challenge, even though I chose something that's probably a lot easier. But yeah, but since you are someone who loves challenges, I love that for you. Now that we have our shape, we'll need to sketch out our design. So this is where our paper and something to write with comes in. Okay. So I have my paper here, and since I am going to be creating a triangular prism, I know that a triangular prism has two identical bases. So I'm going to draw a triangle on top, and I'm going to draw another triangle, hopefully identical on the bottom, and then I'm going to connect the sides. I also know that my light source is going to come from the bottom somewhere. So here's my light source. So when I'm building my lantern, I need to make sure that my bottom is open. I also want to be able to hang my lantern, so I'm going to just like draw some strings here so that I can hang my lantern from the top. So this is the design of my lantern. It's a triangular prism with a light source on the bottom and some strings on the top so that I can hang it. Aran, what does your design look like?
I am still working, but here's what I'm thinking. These are going to be my straws to hold my structure, and I'm thinking I'm going to cut some strips of paper. That'll be around the top and bottom, and that will hopefully give me my cylinder shape.
I love it. Your design is a lot more complex than mine. Super amazing. Okay, so now that we have our sketched out design, we need to build our frame. But before we do that, let's test out some connection materials and strategies to see what's going to work best for our design.
What are connection strategies?
So I have some connection materials here. I have some tape and some putty that we can use. So what we're going to do is, using these materials, let's try to create some joints. And so if we're looking at our own bodies, a joint is a place where two different pieces connect. So on our bodies, if we're looking at our arm, our joint is right here. Our elbow connects our forearm and our upper arm. And this is a joint. So we're going to try to do that with some straws. Okay, so let's see. I have, ooh, what color I'm going to use this gray one, and this white one, or this like striped one, and try to use some tape. First, I'm trying to use this tape just because it's what I have. But here is where my straws meet. I'm going to connect this to create a joint. Now I'm going to tape it. Ooh, I'm struggle bussing here. I don't really like that. Let me see. I think I'm going to try to use this bendy portion to maybe stick it into my straw, this other straw, to connect them. Let's see if this works. Ooh, I like that. That creates a really
Ooh,
strong joint.
wow.
What you could do is maybe add some tape. Sure, it's really strong. I know that for my design too, I'm probably going to need something that sticks up and down. So something that sticks right here. I really did not like using this, this translucent tape because it wasn't very strong. So I'm gonna move on to this really, this is called grafting tape and it's really strong, but if you have something like duct tape, it probably will be super tacky and strong. So here, let's see. I want to wrap this here. I'm gonna need more tape. Hey, you know what? This is feeling really strong and it's connected. It's creating a joint. I feel good about this. Aran, what are you doing over there?
So I am, let me turn this on. So I have cut some of my purple paper into these strips, and then I'm using tape for my connection strategy. So I'm gonna put some tape here, maybe on the inside so it doesn't show. To kind of make that bottom piece for my design. Oh, it looks like I need maybe more tape on the outside. And once I have these two for the top and bottom, I am gonna put my straws in and either use the tape or maybe the paper clips to connect it to the purple part of the frame, the base and the top.
You created a ring.
Yeah, I did. Thank you for naming that. Yeah, I'm creating these rings here, and they will be the top and the bottom. And now I'm gonna try to use a paper clip to connect the ring and the straw together. Let's see.
That is so cool. I wouldn't have thought of that.
I just thought about it in this moment, and it is, ooh, okay, I'm liking where this is going.
I love that.
Yeah,
Wow, like that's a lantern.
I'm gonna put one on the inside too. Right, so I was gonna use more tape, but these paper clips are feeling pretty strong. And paper clips are something that you can find like oddly in just so many random places around the home or around the office.
The cushions of the couch.
Exactly. Paper clips, they just, show up. Whoa. Okay.
Wow.
So I'm gonna, let's see, switch cameras here. So this is the frame I have going here.
I love that. I tried a different material too. So here I use some putty to use as a connection material, but I'm finding that it's probably, if I try to use it right now, it won't be very strong because it's still like very like flexible, but maybe when it dries, it'll go really strong. But what I think for my purposes right now, the tape is what I'm gonna be going with.
Okay, yeah, that tape looks really strong.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now that we know how we're going to connect our materials, we need to build out our frame. So we need to create a prototype of our frame.
A prototype?
Yes, prototype.
Ooh,
Hopefully you've
okay.
heard that word before in our previous videos, but if they haven't.
Yeah, so a prototype is a model of the design that you want to create. It's kind of like your first go or your first draft. So a lot of engineers or designers will create a prototype, a model of their design to see how it works, to see if it functions. And actually, last week, I created a prototype of a lantern, and it was really hard. It didn't go so well, but I learned from it. So I learned that pipe cleaner is not, pipe cleaner, these things, it's not the best for like stability or strength. So pipe cleaners, they tend to get really bendy, and so they didn't do a great job at holding up my structure. So that's why today, for my new prototype, I went with the straws instead, and they seem to be stronger. So far so good.
I love that last week you created a prototype of your design and found out that it wasn't working the way that you thought it was. And so you created a new strategy. What we call that is called iteration in the design process. So when you iterate is when you're trying something new to make your design or plan better. So I love that you've already been working on the design process. So now we're going to be creating our frame. You're much further ahead than I am. So I'm going to switch my document to my document camera so folks at home can see, but maybe they can also see you live making your frame to see them side by side.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I liked using these bendy straws because it had a lot of stability, and I like this bendy feature right here.
Yeah, that's a cool feature. My straws don't have the bendy, but that is nice.
Yeah, I can just like slip them in between each other and it feels really stable. So to create a triangle, I'm probably going to use 3 straws. So Aran, have you ever celebrated the Mid-Autumn Festival before?
I have not. I have never celebrated the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Well, I'm super excited to be making lanterns for you, but if you want to check underneath your table, I have a surprise for you.
For me?
Yeah, check underneath your table.
Okay. What? Wow. Ooh, let's see what's inside. This is like beautiful wrapping. Thank you, Linda. I like being so delicate with the box.
Surprise!
Whoa! Whoa! Yes! My own moon cakes. Thank you, Linda.
I'm so excited for you to have some. These are tea flavored mooncakes. Mooncakes come in all different flavors, but those are tea.
Okay, I love tea. Thank you. Oh my goodness. They're so soft. It's like coziness in a snack.
I love that. That's how we should describe mooncakes. Coziness in a snack.
So good. Thank you.
You're welcome. So right now I've built 2 identical triangles. As we know, for prisms, prisms have 2 identical geometric shapes that are then connected at the sides. So here, this is where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. Okay, where am I at? I'm adding tape to the inside. I'm also just enjoying this mooncake. So now I have to get back to work.
Sorry for the distraction.
No, thank you. Thank you for that distraction. So yeah, I am just adding tape to the inside of my straw and ring to give it some more stability and strength. I feel curious if I should add a 3rd or 4th straw or if just 2 are okay.
I think that's a great thing to test out to see.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna add another straw. For some reason I feel like when I put the covering on it, it might crease on the sides where there aren't straws. So I want to definitely have a round shape on all sides. Yeah. Oh, but now I have to like try to get them even.
Getting this together is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, look at.
I'm impressed.
I'm
impressed. Wow.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Wow. That's awesome.
So I want to make sure.
Yeah, I feel it's like similar. Like I also don't know if I would have thought of your design, but I love it. And it makes me, I don't think about how to use the wooden skewers and the straws differently than I would have before.
Yeah, I love making with other people because they have so many more ideas than just the ones that I have in my head. So thank you for working with me.
Thank you. Ooh, okay. You were right. I love 4 straws, and now I'm like, ooh, do I want to do 6?
Wow, your structure looks basically done. I need to just attach my top.
This was so unexpected. Let me tell you, I worked on the last one and I was so excited about my design, and I was so sure it was going to be epic. And then, as you can see, it can't even stand up straight. And that one took me like an hour, just like an hour at home by myself. So I'm very surprised with what's happening here.
Who knew?
I think it really, really speaks to that word iterate that we were talking about, and just like the more you try, the more you like really play with ideas, the more solutions you find to problems.
I love that. What a good lesson. I am almost done. I am getting there. Bear with me. Okay. As I'm taping though, something for the Mid-Autumn Festival that I really love is the idea of gratitude, because the whole idea of the Mid-Autumn Festival is that you're taking time to celebrate the harvest, celebrating with your families, being thankful for the moon and food, right? And so what are some things that you're grateful for, Ron?
Well, that's such a great reflection question. And I think really connects to my love of mindfulness as well. And mindfulness, we talk a lot about what we're grateful for, what we have gratitude towards. I am first and foremost, I'm very grateful to just be here with you right now in this moment virtually on Learning in the Making Live. I'm very grateful, very, very grateful. Very grateful for these mooncake snacks. But in my personal life, I am very grateful for my family and friends, my support systems, the people who offer me care and listen to me when I need to talk. And I'm also, I'm kind of looking out the window right now, and I'm really grateful that here in the Bay Area, that we have air that is more breathable than it has been uh, for the last few weeks. I'm really grateful that I'm able to go outside and take morning walks. Yeah. How about you? What are you grateful for, Linda?
I really resonate with the having clean air. That's something that I feel like we oftentimes take for granted, that we are always just going to have clean air, but having experienced not having clean air makes me very thankful that clean air exists, clean water exists, and that I have people who care and support me, and also that I get to do fun things like this for work.
Right.
So I'm super grateful to be here with you as well. I think I'm done with my frame.
It looks awesome.
You know, once you have your frame, you need to make sure that it stands on its own. You need to test its strength just to make sure it doesn't fall apart. This is feeling good. Yours is looking sturdy. I think we're here. We have a frame.
Yay.
Yeah, so once we have our frame, we need to cover it with some translucent film, right? Similar to this. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to trace my different faces onto paper so that I know I have enough material to cover all the faces of my lantern. And what I'm going to do is what seamstresses call planning for seam allowance. That means that I'm going to leave some extra materials on the side so that I can connect it to my frame. And so what I'm going to do is probably allow for some material where I can fold over and tape onto my skewers. Yeah. How are you going to cover yours? Because yours is more of a rounded shape.
Yeah. I am going to, let me turn on my dot cam. Actually, let's do this one. So I think I'm just gonna like put it in there and roll it because mine's is circular. So I don't know about tracing. It seems difficult. I don't know how to do that, but I think, ooh, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to put the paper into the paper clips at the top.
Oh, wow, those paper clips are really coming to use.
Yeah, they are a shining star. Oh, okay, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna paper clip it and then wrap it around, and then I'm gonna just cut off the excess. I am curious about what's gonna hold my light source though, but I would have to think about that part of my design because I don't have a bottom.
You don't think you can just use your paper clips again? Just continue to use the paper clips?
Maybe they can champion us through.
Okay, so now I have my translucent paper. I'm going to just wrap it around my bamboo structure and tape it down, and hopefully that stays. I think it should stay. I hope so. You've got to be delicate. I don't want to have wrinkles. I guess wrinkles are okay. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
I want my lantern to look cute. Here we go.
Ooh, this is going well. I'm just like folding the little tracing paper through and then clipping it. This is exciting.
I'm just continuing to use the seam allowance as a place for me to tape down my paper onto my frame.
Okay. Nice.
Ooh, this is going well. I am feeling optimistic with this. For this. Pull this down. Of course, if you're making this at home, you can take your time and really make yours as perfect and as beautiful as you want, and also test out many, many different materials.
Okay, Linda, I want to show you what I have over here going. So I wrapped it in the translucent tracing paper, and I used the top paper clips, so they're like doing double. So on one side they're holding the straw, and then on the other side they're holding the paper. And then I put, where'd it go? I put a strip of that tape down to hold the paper together. And now I'm going to find my scissors and cut the bottom, the excess part. So luckily this is translucent and I can like see right through it to where my purple ring is.
I love that. I also think
Wow.
look at my lantern. I don't love that tape. This translucent tape is, you can still see it. I don't love that, but I'm just gonna turn it around this way. You can't see the tape.
I love it.
Okay, so
I love that color.
thank you. Red is actually very traditional in Chinese and Vietnamese culture for bringing luck. So that's why I made my lantern red. Okay, so once you have your frame covered, we can also embellish. So we can give our lantern some flair, add some designs to it, and make it our own. Something that I created some tassels that I'm going to add. I think I'm also going to draw on some designs.
Okay, well, I have those pom-poms here that I showed earlier. I also have some Make Your Ed stickers I found. And maybe I might draw on it as well.
I hear you're an artist, so I bet your drawing is going to be very beautiful. Not to make you nervous.
So nervous.
Not to make you on the spot.
Oh my goodness. What are some symbols of Mid-Autumn Festival? Yeah, maybe I will try to draw some.
Oh, so a lot of moon imagery, like lots of lanterns and candles, a lot of images of a moon goddess, also just different types of animals too. This year it's the year of the rabbit according to the lunar calendar, and so maybe you want to show some rabbits and the moon, some cloudy things.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna try something here.
So I'm liking where this is going for me.
Oh, I love that.
Should I put some tassels on the top too, you think? Up here. I'm gonna do it.
Ooh, I imagine if at home you have maybe like some yarn or string, you could use that as tassels too.
Yeah. Some glitter.
Glitter.
My mom used to actually cut out pages from our coloring books and she taped them onto our lanterns.
I like that idea.
I know. My mom is the best.
Like, what does a bunny look like? Okay, I'm gonna get creative here.
I am going to draw a moon on mine. It's going to be a round moon because, and then maybe some like light halos, yeah. And then maybe some clouds.
Ooh. I'm I'm experimenting with drawing a mythical creature that's a bunny moon.
A bunny moon. Oh my god, the moon is its face. I love it.
It's a bunny moon.
All right, so once you have your lantern, here's what mine looks like so far. I'm gonna continue adding to it, but just for the purposes of moving on, once you have your lantern all embellished and put together, we need to give it a light source. And so something that I have are those LED lights and a cell battery. So I'm going to create a mini circuit. And a circuit is just a power source. So my power source is this little battery. And you are going to create a flow of energy. But look at this. If I like flipped it, it doesn't work because for batteries, there's a positive and a negative. Isn't that cool?
Oh, wow. Cool. Wait, can you do that one more time?
Lights, there's a...
Whoa. That's awesome.
Or does that LED lights have a positive and a negative? Actually, I think that's more true. I am going to tape this, I think. But what are you going to light yours with?
I am trying to figure that part out. So I have this headlamp flashlight, and so I want to like get it in there.
Wow, yours is so luminous. It's so bright.
It has three, I think like 3 or 4 different options. So that's the brightest one, and then.
Oh. I wonder what mine will look like with different color lights, like multiple lights. Because this isn't very bright. I bet if the room was really dark, it would look brighter.
Yeah.
I feel like I need more. Need more.
Okay, so how am I gonna get this to stay in there? That's the question. Let's see. Then the light is not the right way. Okay, I think I have to figure out how to get a bottom on here. Maybe I'll make a square. hope it's strong enough.
Okay. I'm gonna try adding 3 different lights to mine and see if I like the design of that. Maybe it'll look like a disco ball.
That's fun.
Okay, this is what mine looks like. I think
that's
I'm going
awesome.
to use this binder clip. So in my bag, I found a binder clip. I think I might use that and just to clip my lights onto the bottom of my lantern. Somehow, like this, and clip it somewhere down here.
Okay, I'm trying some things over here. I'm trying to get a bottom onto here. Do you have any suggestions?
A bottom onto your lantern.
Maybe I'll just have to tape it on the inside.
Yeah, I think tape is super useful. I might just tape my LED lights on mine, to be honest. I just might just grab some tape. I wish you can see the inside of this. Like in here, I'm going to just tape in my LED lights. Like
Nothing is working. Maybe, okay, now I'm gonna try to like fold it in there. Oh goodness.
okay, my LED lights are inside, they're taped inside. I wish I can turn off the sun right now so that you can see my lantern, but here's what my lantern looks like.
Oh, I love it. I'm almost there.
I wonder what this looks like with my phone flashlight.
Okay, I almost have a bottom. I just have to tape it, but this is what I have happening over here.
So cute, I love it. So we are going to continue working on our lanterns. Feel free to continue working on your lanterns too. But we want to be able to see what you make when you're done. So please share your project with us at MakerEd, at MakerEd.org on Instagram or on our Facebook at Maker Education Initiative. We also have a Twitter and a website. So if you want, hashtag us at hashtag MakerEdAtHome. You can also join us again next, like mid-October. Sometime in mid-October is the next time.
Yes, you can also find project guides in both English and Spanish for the lantern project that we just created today on our website as well.
So I guess this is, as always, we're learning in the making.